recreational marijuana use is now legal in Massachusetts, but the debate is just beginning. At the December 20th Selectmen's meeting, the board discussed possible changes to the new law, specific to Needham. Mike Levin tells us just how that discussion played out.
The fall of 2016 will long be remembered throughout history. The Cubs won their first World Series in 108 years. Donald Trump pulled off a huge presidential victory, and recreational marijuana use was legalized in the state of Massachusetts. So, now that pot is legal, what's next? How will it be taxed, regulated, and will a commercial retail store be allowed here in Needham?
Is that going to be a recommendation from the Board of Health? Okay.
In their final meeting of 2016, the Board of Selectmen discussed the matter with members of the Public Health Department, going through a list of proposed changes to the new laws for Needham.
I think the theory of the referendum, which for a very complicated question, was we're going to end prohibition and adopt a reasonable system of regulation. But in general, the voters have very little idea what the detail of the regulation spelled out in the statute, most of which is written by the industry, if not all, and probably will not object to reasonable changes in the statute that move in the direction of what the voters already thought they were voting for.
Although ballot question 4 passed this November throughout the Bay State, Needham voters were against it by a 55 to 45% margin. Given those results, the board is looking to get town-wide feedback in favor of a commercial store currently zoned for the Wexford Street region of town or against it.
I don't want to see Board of Health regulations compromise the work the planning board did with respect to zoning, particularly in the Wexford Street area, so that if buffers are established and a dispensary, not a dispensary, but a retail commercial marijuana facility goes in, I don't want to see the presence of that, should it happen, compromise the ability to get the kind of development that this board and the planning board have spent a lot of time and energy to try to spark.
Questions of taxation, regulation, and zoning are a big concern, and a delegation is scheduled to meet with the Board of Selectmen in January, and a vote on commercial marijuana laws in Needham could be on the horizon in 2017.
I agree with respect to a ballot question that really asks the question of the voters whether they want commercial in Needham. I don't believe that the vote on question 4, as much as we can try to divine the what the intent was of each voter, I understood a lot of people voting against question 4 because they were uncomfortable with question 4 as written.
The Selectmen are scheduled to hold meetings on the 10th and the 24th in the month of January, and as always, you can see both of those meetings right here on the Needham Channel. This is Mike Levin reporting for the Needham Channel News.